Hello and welcome to our digital pregame show. This is my friend Emily Giangreco. I'm Jeff Jones, and today we are talking, well, the story of the day, the Red River Showdown. It is Texas versus OU. Emily, this is the 115th time these two teams have played each other, and more than star players, more than touchdowns, more than big hits, this is about one thing: the rivalry.
It's a huge rivalry, like you said, goes back years and years, and you can tell it when you talk to the players, when you talk to the coaches, just what leads up to this game and how they're feeling, the emotions going through it. And Tom Herman, it was funny when we talked to him earlier in the week, he mentioned that the game is always played right here in Texas.
Interstate rivals, the two states in general don't get along very well. And then to have it at such a historic venue during the Texas State Fair, I think it's cool that it's always on our soil, which is just everything that surrounds the game. It makes it one of, if not the best games in college football.
And Tom Herman has been part of a lot of rivalries. So for him to have said that, I really do think it might be the best rivalry in college football.
He definitely thinks so. You know, I bet if you were to ask him, though, he'd also say that he has the best team in college football.
That's true.
We'll figure that out in the coming weeks. What we do know about this Texas team is they're one of the teams in the nation that likes to hit more than anyone else. This squad is super physical. That's good. And it's also bad sometimes. Last week against West Virginia, we saw the Longhorns walk away with 4 personal foul penalties. That helped them earn the title of the 4th most penalized team in the conference. Now, as intimidating as they are, these guys say that the penalties actually aren't the players' fault. It's the conference's reaction to their new style of play.
We're very physical, very physical. I think we're maybe too physical for the Big 12, but we're a very physical team, very physical defense, and if someone can come in there and hit somebody, we love it. All 11 of them, I would say, no one's scared to hit, and you can see it. We're physical. We'll come in there and rough people up.
I have a feeling that they're not the only team that's going to play physical later today, this afternoon. And, you know, in those physical rivalry games, what we often see and hear is a lot of trash talking. But, Emily, you told me something interesting about the trash talking that isn't just coming from the players.
Oh, no, it doesn't just come from the players. It obviously comes from the fans. A lot of that happens, too, if you guys know the Cotton Bowl Stadium, the tunnel. That's one thing that everyone talks about is walking down that tunnel. You hear a lot of things that maybe aren't the best pregame things to hear. Not so nice, as Tom Herman likes to put it, but here's what he had to say about those comments that fans are making while they walk down there.
They always get the tunnel. You know, their fans get the tunnel, and there's a lot of not nice things said. You know, they do a good job of looking up your girlfriend's name and your mom's name and all that stuff.
Well, the good thing about that is they've already got Sam Ehlinger's number, fans, from a previous game, so hopefully Sam Ehlinger's phone won't get blown up anymore. They also got Tom Herman's wife's number, so they've already been through that. Hopefully no more of the girlfriends and the moms or anything like that anymore.
Yeah, we hope that all of that, fans crossing the line with their trash talk, we hope that all that's a thing of the past. And, you know, speaking of the past, the history of this rivalry is as strong as any rivalry in the nation. Guys, let's go ahead and take a walk over here past my friend Albert Ramon. What's going on, Albert? We're going to join my friend Jake García over here. And Jake, you actually spent a part of this week looking into the history of this Red River Showdown, and you had a chance to catch up with one of the most memorable games, memorable players.
Yeah, I want to take you back to 1984. So this Saturday marking the 35th anniversary between Texas and Oklahoma in the Red River rivalry. It wasn't the first tie, it wasn't the last tie, but it was definitely the most controversial. What you're looking at on your screen right now is current Westlake coach Todd Dodge, the former Longhorns quarterback, taking a shot at the end zone as the clock was approaching 0. The Longhorns were down 3 in this instance. It looks like Oklahoma defensive back Keith Stanberry comes away with the interception. Officials ruled he stepped out of bounds and it was incomplete. It gives the Longhorns a chance to kick the game-tying field goal. You see it right there. I spoke to Todd Dodge earlier this week. He took me through what that feeling was like in the locker room, as well as, I guess, escaping with a tie that kind of felt like a win.
The interception should have never been in question because it was a big-time pass interference before before it ever happened. When he caught it, he landed out of bounds. He landed right on the line. So no, it was an incomplete pass. In our locker room, there was no no feeling of victory really.
I'm not too sure about that. So first of all, I mean, it looks to me like that was an interception. Second of all, if you're Texas, the feeling has to be, we absolutely just stole one right here. So I understand that there's a little bit of a disappointment when you get a tie against your rival, but I'm gonna say this one goes down in the history books as Texas winning the game 15-15.
It looked like an interception to you, looked like an interception to me, but I love the fact that 35 years later, we got a quarterback complaining about pass interference that wasn't called. That's a QB right there, and that statement is coming from a former linebacker. All right, guys, well, of course, all eyes are going to be glued on this game, and if you have social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, hopefully all eyes are also glued to our pages. We talked to Emily Giangreco earlier, my friend Jake García here, and Jeff Jones. Feel free to check us out as we will be reporting live from the big game this afternoon, and we'll see you on KVUE this evening.